Hey everybody, welcome to Solo ReacTalk. This afternoon I'm going to be reacting to Postal 3 Dead Baby Jokes made on the Civvie 11 YouTube channel. I have been I should say I've been advised by Beath to first watch Postal 3 Dead Baby Jokes made on the Civvie 11 YouTube channel before I continue with the Paradise Lost weekdays. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now. And then I will meet you guys for more Postal 2 Paradise Lost episodes next week, hopefully. Yeah, let us start with the Postal 3 Dead Baby Jokes made on the Civvie 11 YouTube channel. Dead Baby Jokes. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
You know, when I started this show, I had a list of bad games I wanted to talk about. That list, of course, you know, there was bad stuff like Bad Day LA on it. Bad Day LA was an obvious shit show. And even
Bad Day LA. Wow, I don't think I've heard of this game. Huh. Interesting. Wait, let me write this down. I might want to check it out. Bad Day LA. Okay.
when I had about 15 subscribers, I started doing a little series on Postal 2, a weird, glitchy, but endlessly fun sandbox made by some crazy fuckers in Arizona who understood that while their humor may be juvenile and may not appeal to everyone, I mean, even I don't think Postal 2 is all that funny sometimes, but it's about how the game plays. So I went into...
Yeah, it's not that funny all the time. It is how the game plays. It's very open. It's very... I wouldn't necessarily say forward thinking, but it goes into places that other games just would never dare tread. So yeah, it's different. It's definitely different.
My Postal series, knowing that it would lead to another game on my list, another travesty of interactive entertainment that I felt was bad enough to warrant the kind of ugly, mean-spirited takedown that few games deserve.
Postal 3.
When they do, they earn it. Postal 3 deserves nothing but absolute scorn. It is the worst game I've ever played for this channel. My
Really? Oh, okay. Let's hear.
apologies to Bad Day LA for calling it a shitty version of Postal 3. It's like a shitty knockoff of Postal. No, actually, it's like a shitty knockoff of Postal 3. Yeah, think about that for a fucking second.
You would never dare to ask for more.
I played Postal 3 once when it came out and tossed it aside and played Postal 2 instead. And in my vague memories of it, I considered it an unfortunate digression in the Postal series, mired in problems stemming from the fact that Running with Scissors didn't really make the game. They didn't have the resources at the time, so they gave it to Russian developers and publishers with a much larger team, Akela and Trash Masters, and after the economic collapse of 2000,
Trash Masters. Interesting name for a company.
2008, Running with Scissors claims that the final...
Wait, let me see the article here. Okay. Postal 3 is a third-person shooter. Isn't it first-person shooter? So they didn't continue with the first-person shooter. Okay. That's interesting. Third-person shooter in which you okay. Alright, I'm going to level with you. Don't buy Postal 3. Wow. Seriously, you'd regret it. Hell, you'd regret playing it for free. It's a borderline broken, boring, frustrating, unfinished mess, and there was nothing we could do to stop it. Nothing you could do to stop it. But if Running with Scissors opened up a tender, if I can say it like that, or a business proposal to any company that's willing to create this game, you know, shouldn't they be having rules or what they expect should be in the game? And the company that's going to be given this opportunity to create the game, they should be following the expectations and the guidelines that Running with Scissors has stated. Shouldn't it be that way? Or were they just given complete carte blanche to do as they please, and whatever is done in the name of Postal game, then that's what it is. I'm just wondering about the contract. What did they sign? What did Running with Scissors state in the contract? What were the expectations for this Russian company to complete or to create this game? I'm just wondering about that. Because to say that there was nothing we could do to stop it, that doesn't make any sense. Because Running with Scissors should have sent officials from the company over to Russia to check on the progress of this game, step by step. They should be in communication with the company that's creating the game, step by step, so that they explain what's going on, what are their objectives, how far are they with it, and is there a sample that they can test before they continue on with the next phase of the project. Or maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't know. Maybe my ignorance is showing. But okay. What happened is that we agreed to let the big Russian publisher develop and publish a third Postal game, which we would handle the design for. Okay. It was actually going well for the initial development time, but then the economy crashed, especially hard in Russia, and the project was handed to a smaller, less experienced team that didn't have the skills or resources to make the game we designed. And they were forced to rush development to meet unreasonable deadlines. Corners were cut severely, dramatic changes to our design were made, and the game was put on in an unfinished, barely alpha state. Okay, who is rushing? Who is rushing the development? Is it Running with Scissors or is it the Russian company? And I'm still stating about oversight. Because Running with Scissors should have had representatives, making oversight visits at the company, and then for the company to explain their progress, what's going on. And if Running with Scissors officials, feel as if the game is not going the way they directed it to, then they would, adjust course back onto the way the company Running with Scissors expected the game to be like. I don't know. Maybe I'm complicating things here, but I just don't understand that part, Who is rushing them? Fine, a smaller team was given the project, but now how is it that the smaller team can do what they want without consulting Running with Scissors first? Yeah, maybe I just don't get it. Where was I? Economy crashed. Oh yeah, corners were cut severely, dramatic changes to the design were made, and the game was put out on unfinished, barely alpha state. The game is simply unfinished and broken, and when it does work, the game is just boring, frustrating to play. The sad part is that the publisher made little to no effort to fix it themselves, nor did they ever give us access so that we could try patching it up for them. How is that possible? How can they not give you access? It's your game. You gave it to this Russian company to make, but then it's still under your name, is it not? So how is it possible that they cannot give you the control systems to, fix the game in whatever way possible? Okay, that's all right. We are stuck with Postal 3 as it is. You're a responsible adult, we hope, so I'm sure you're capable of making your own purchasing decisions. I just want you to consider all of the above before you make the leap or regret into paying real hard-earned money for this title. We don't own the game, we can't support it, and we don't get anything from its sales. So if you decide to risk the purchase, you're on your own. Alright, so here's all the marketing blurb from the back of the box. Okay, wow. That's interesting. They don't own the game, they can't fix the game. However, it has the Postal name of the game, it has the Postal franchise name. Why didn't Running with Scissors go to court? Why didn't Running Scissors go to court and, have the case be heard before a judge? I don't know if the American court system's jurisdiction can extend all the way to Russia, but at least go to a Russian court and plead your case that this company is not being cooperative with our company in terms of giving us access to the game that we have requested them to create under our name. Do something. But anyways, it's too late. It's set in stone. Interesting.
Product was nothing like what they wanted for the game, and I completely buy that, because even Apocalypse Weekend, which goes for the same kind of linear missions, the same kind of humor, even that, an expansion pack for Postal 2 that, while it wasn't great, shows a basic competency in design. In 2012, a year after its release, Running with Scissors took Postal 3 off of its storefront. That takes some balls. That takes integrity, and goddammit, it takes a kind of decency that you don't expect in the game industry. I got into a discussion on Twitter when I was preparing for this video, when I was trying to actually play Postal 3, and this shit happened. Yeah, when I first tried to run this game, McAfee decided it was a virus. They weren't wrong. Anyway, someone tagged Running with Scissors in the thread, and they responded like this. And we had some laughs. I said to them, I don't blame them for Postal 3, because even if they did write some of this stuff and do voice work or whatever, this is not the game Running with Scissors would have put out. It's more like they hired a surrogate to have their baby, and that surrogate spent their days smoking crack and getting blackout drunk, and the baby made it, but it was premature. They're still not sure it is a baby. But
that's what I'm saying. Like, even if you, for instance, if you are having a surrogate woman who's going to bear your child, you first have to sign contracts, you first have to communicate with the surrogate, and then the procedure can go ahead. If the surrogate mother is not upholding to the contract and something happens to this child, God forbid, or gods forbid, or ancestors forbid, then there would be repercussions. But it seems like with Running with Scissors and this Russian company, there is no consequence for the failure from this Russian company, because they have taken a completely different direction with the development of the game, and they're not following the guidelines that Running with Scissors has made. So there should be consequences for that type of action. That's why I'm asking, like, what was written in the contract before they allowed this Russian company to create the IP. Anyways.
I have it now, and oh my god! Oh god, it looks dead. Is it dead? Oh dear god, make it stop! Good way to start this off, I think, in memory of Champ.
Champ is dead?
I just got used to the idea that Champ lived since the last video, so... And if you'll notice the mouse cursor in those videos, yeah, it's always gonna be there. Don't leave comments about it.
I'm here with a man known only as the Postal Dude.
Yeah, I hate that fucking name.
Okay,
Postal Dude sounds a bit different. He sounds mature. More mature than before, I don't know. His voice is deeper, yeah.
Do you have a real name?
I forget. Kids, don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. Yeah. Cool. Oh boy. Corey Cruz is now voicing the Postal Dude instead of Rick Hunter, who was the
Oh, okay, alright.
Postal Dude in Postal 1 and 2. He does great with what he's given. Apparently Rick Hunter was going through some stuff at the time.
You ended up dropping the role while the game was in development. Why so?
Okay, there's a lot of controversy about that, and there's a lot of people typing lies about that. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. What had happened during that time, I went through a major breakup with a girl, and it was a bad time, and I dropped out of a lot of things. It had nothing to do with Mike. It had nothing to do with Vince. They kept calling me, but I was in just kind of in a weird state of existence during that time, and that's when a fellow colleague here in town, who's a good friend of mine, Corey Cruz, they picked him up to do the Postal 3 voice, and a lot of people didn't like it. I like Corey. I like his voice. I think he sounds great.
But, I just have to say, hearing Rick Hunter speak, it's very It's interesting. It's interesting and weird at the same time because I'm thinking about the Postal dude as he's talking. You know, it's just weird. It's just so weird.
Think you did a great job?
Rick Hunter is still my Postal dude, but Corey Cruz does fine. Too bad they
Yeah, he sounds okay. He sounds okay. Corey Cruz, yeah.
put him in this game. The intro movie lays out how we got to Postal 3, and it's a more or less faithful retelling of the events of Postal 2 and Apocalypse Weekend, until the tutorial level starts, where it sets you on the bridge before fighting Mad Cow Mike J, which you don't do that, or maybe you did. Tell you what, kids, you normally don't know a game is going to be total dog shit from the tutorial level.
This is a bit weird. This third-person perspective is... Maybe because I'm not used to it, because it's always been first-person with the Postal games. So... yeah, I don't know. It's a bit weird. I mean, like, you get the way he's running. It's even the camera is just, you know, I don't know.
But Postal 3 ain't fucking around.
What's that noise? That hissing sound? Is it Civvie 11 or is it the game?
You might be asking, what the fuck is that buzzing noise? It goes away in the cutscenes to be replaced by a cat walking all over a Casio.
Wait, so it's from the game? Oh gosh, alright.
I'm not a zombie, damn it. Fuck.
So this is the cinematic for the game? Why? Okay, alright.
Oh, and Postal 3 has cover-based shooting now. It has a cover system. Well, not exactly. Postal 3 has aspirations to a cover system. I never used it, but then again I never played on a harder skill where I might need to take less damage, because there isn't one. So you take cover and regenerate health. I've never been a
You regenerate health. You don't take any crack anymore? Where's the crack?
fan of this, but when you do it properly, the game can be at least playable, unless it takes 5 seconds of hiding behind cover to regain health, and then it comes back at a snail's pace. You walk forward and you hit a cutscene. Oh, fucking beautiful. I'm gonna mention this right now. Cutscenes start, and the dude will go places in them, but he's not in those places when they end, usually. He's just... It's frustrating, and it's disorienting, and it happens all the time. Oh, and just look at this shit. You have to jump over cover, right? But there's no jumping or crouching. You have to take cover against something, then press the button again to vault over it. You have to take cover, a useless function in this game, then take cover again to...
I don't know why, but it's kind of taking me back to Mass Effect 2. Yeah, in Mass Effect 2, yeah, Shepard couldn't jump, but he also could take cover behind some, structures to protect himself from the, people who are shooting at him. And yeah, he can't jump, so he has to take cover and then, he lifts himself over the boundary, the wall. Yeah, kind of similar to what I'm seeing here with Postal 3.
Hey, how's that baby doing? Outstanding. At least you can still pee.
Okay, but can you pee on yourself if you catch on fire? Can you pee on the enemies or other people and then they start vomiting? That's what made the game. That's what made the game. Not the fact that you can piss. The fact that you can piss on yourself or piss on others. That's what made the game.
So you get some grenades, cool, and you need to aim them with the fire button and toss them with the alt fire, which isn't a terrible way to do it, but it fucks with me because I keep pressing alt fire thinking that it'll aim because of my own experiences with other games. It doesn't really matter. I drop the thing in front of me accidentally, which is bad, but I'll just kick it over there, like in a Postal game.
What a mess.
And the kick is fucked now too. Okay. This is an easy one to explain. Kicking in Postal 2 works because it feels right, because when you press the button, you kick stuff, and there isn't a 1-second delay to wind it up, and your foot actually hits things.
And because you're in a first-person perspective, you're not having to target this object on the floor and then, of course, kick it. No, it just happens almost instantly.
Look, zombies in a hole, gasoline, that's a no-brainer. It works just like in Postal 2, except you have no crosshair, and in order to actually ignite these zombies, you need to press up against this invisible wall.
Say, that actually smells kind of good.
What's up with this cinematic filter thingy thing? I'm not sure what it's called, but okay, you know, maybe it's the artist direction.
Gee, this bridge rules. There's useful shit lying all over the place.
Pepper spray is useful? In a Postal game? Pepper spray. Okay.
I'm supposed to use pepper spray now, fuck that. This isn't called Coddle the NPCs with non-fatal attacks, it's called Postal.
Ooh, that's gonna leave a mark. Suddenly the ranking commander appeared. I was impressed with the way I totally did not kill his men.
Oh yeah, sure. And this awful film
And I don't like the music. No.
scratch filter. On the video, it's on every goddamn one. Because they wanted to make it look like a Grindhouse trailer. And it
So that's what it's called, a scratch filter. My gosh. Yeah. Okay, film scratch filter. I don't like it. I honestly don't like it. But maybe it will rub off on me towards the end. I don't know.
does, only it looks like a Grindhouse trailer somebody made in 2010 with digital editing software, and they used it on every fucking cutscene. I would have skipped them, but I just had to get everything I could from this game, you know?
It just reminds me of the cinema, you know. Before the perfection of the projector technology, you know, adverts, or should I say movies, had a similar sort of filter, you know, in the cinema. And, you know, you just see these lines and you'd see these wiggly lines just going up and down. Yeah, it was very distracting. It was very distracting. You know, before the movie started, the trailers would have this type of filter kind of thing, and I don't know why, but, you know, nowadays they don't actually show it like this anymore. It's actually very crystal clear, good quality, you know, projector, good quality video that we're seeing on in the cinema, and it's not like this anymore. But I guess in this game they wanted that type of filter here.
Make sure nobody touches these bridge controls. Nobody. Got it, soldier?
No problemo.
So the
You're gonna touch the button, aren't you? Yeah.
game explicitly says don't hit the big red button, so I don't. See, I assume there's an option not to do it, and something interesting will happen.
The fact that they showed you like a cinematic for that, that means you have to touch it. You have to press that button.
Hear that noise machine? I don't know what that is. Testing, testing, right channel, left channel.
I wonder what'll happen if I press it.
I waited for about 5 minutes to see if anything happened if you didn't press the button. Nothing happens.
Okay.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Then some stuff happens. Now you're in a new town called Catharsis.
And so you
So we're no longer in paradise. Okay. Catharsis.
ended up in Catharsis, Arizona.
Yeah, my car was out of gas, unfortunately due to the global economic meltdown. You remember the global economic meltdown? Gas was retarded expensive.
Yeah, I'm gonna address this right now. You remember how you
Isn't that champ?
picked up gasoline in the tutorial mission? You can do that in other missions too. You pick up tons of gas in this game. How's that make you feel, Nightmare Fuel Eraserhead, baby? Yeah, me.
Well, at least it's better than the pepper spray. You know, if you can use fuel and light up people.
too. So the dude needs money, so he gets a temp job at a sex shop run by Ron Jeremy, who's famous for having a giant mustache. He gives you a job sucking up used Kleenex with a shop vac till all these hockey mobs show up to protest his porn store, led by Sarah Palin. You guys remember Sarah Palin?
I remember Sarah Palin from, the campaign trail. Was it for the 2008 American presidential elections? I can't remember. But I remember Sarah Palin. I remember her with the glasses. I remember her. And she was a Republican, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
He suggested that I launch some wads and drive those crazed MILFs out of his store.
Yeah, well, you have to suck up these Kleenex, right? But you see that crosshair on the screen? Ignore it. It's bullshit. It doesn't relate to where you're sucking or blowing. It's almost like the developers didn't know they were making a third-person shooter. You gotta look at where the vacuum hose is. So this is the first real mission of the game, and you have to shoot jizz Kleenex to make them puke and leave.
I didn't know Valve had a...
I don't know about this vomiting effect. Yeah, I don't know. It was far more convincing in Postal 2. You know, here it just looks like a fountain of water coming out, and not really green muck coming out of the mouth, like in Postal 2. And they're supposed to be hurling, like, but this person's going, it just, but okay.
Shader for that.
Wow, you just vanish. Oh, okay.
Did I say leave? Because I meant disappear from reality entirely. You gotta drive them out before they wreck the place or kill Ron Jeremy. God, this is fucking boring. I don't know how many Kleenex it takes, or how much they have to puke, or where you have to hit them to get them to leave. Hey guys, the Sarah Palin crowd isn't particularly concerned with feminist issues, and you know what? It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Ron can't pay us, so he lets us keep the vacuum that I'm never gonna use again.
Okay, so you have a pepper spray, a vacuum cleaner. Okay. No guns. No pistol. No semi-automatic gun. No rocket launcher. No machete. No samurai sword. No baseball bat. No hammer or a mallet. No scissors. Okay, interesting.
Thanks for nothing, asshole.
Can I have free porn instead?
These loading times are atrocious. Seriously, Hunt Down the Freeman had better loading times, and Hunt Down the Freeman used to be the worst thing I'd ever played on the Source engine. Did I not mention this is on the Source engine? You know Valve is in the opening logos? I bet they'd be proud of that if they ever peeked out from the pile of money they live under. I have another mission where I have to use catnip to catch HIV-infected cats.
Apparently, some sort of science experiment had gone awry in the previous game and rendered the local cat population a bit psychotic.
Yeah, okay, first of all, that cat sound?
A bit psychotic.
Just stop. I have some shit audio mixing in my earlier videos, but that's just... You so...
Whoa, that cat just decapitated that guy. Whoa, that's crazy.
This for money. Second, the local cat population in the previous game where the local was Paradise, but Paradise is... How do you fuck that up?
The guy warned me not to press Alt-Fire and accidentally snort the catnip, then sent me off to catch insano cats while he called his lawyer.
Because the catnip slows everything down to bullet time, right? And it fucks the...
Why are the colors inverted like this? This ultraviolet type of... Oh. Okay.
Colors up and gives you predator vision for like 10 seconds.
This is predator vision? No. That's horrible.
I didn't even want to do it the first time, but you see, when the cat attacks you, you have to do a quick time event to get it off. A quick time event that involves mashing the fire and alt fire buttons.
Anyway, you know, those things carry syphilis.
Hey, they're AIDS cats, not syphilis cats.
I'm fine.
So you gotta catch 15 AIDS cats. You spray the catnip, you pick them up, and I noticed that this area looks like something that could have possibly been used in some kind of free roaming capacity, like in Postal 2, you know? So I go exploring, I find an M16, which is cool because I don't have any good weapons right now, and then a bunch of hobos start chasing me. This M16, though, good damage, kinda satisfying to use, I give it a B-. You know, these areas actually look pretty good. Like, if this was a free roam game, it's a little less open than the Streets of Paradise, but it's got a decent amount of detail, and the NPCs, right? This wouldn't be bad. But it's not free roam, it's all just repurposed to be...
What is that guy doing to the cat?
a shit linear game where I go around collecting cats until...
What I didn't know was that the local Mexi sushi concern had dibs on the local cat population.
Oh, I get
And
it.
they didn't take too kindly to gaijin plundering their natural resources. But I really needed the cash. This was a cause that meant so much to me. There was no way I was letting the poor syphilis-infected kitties down.
AIDS!
So now the Mexi sushi guys start flooding in indefinitely, forever, and if I hadn't explored and found that M16, I'd be fucked. Let's talk about the melee combat and how it's the worst I've ever seen.
I mean, imagine you'd be fighting them with a vacuum, a vacuum cleaner, and pepper spray. Okay, wow.
You notice how none of these punches land? Notice how the machete no longer severs limbs like it did in Postal 2? Notice how it barely hits them, and when it does, they shrug it off, and oh yeah, this is the first mission with any kind of guns, and you weren't even given a gun at the start, and...
This is not good. This is not good at all. The fact that the things that made Postal 2 so famous and so, controversial are not being added here as well in Postal 3. Why? Now I'm wondering, did this Russian company actually play Postal 2 so that they can gather enough information on what they're supposed to be doing with Postal 3? Did they study that game? Did they understand it? What made it so likable to so many people?
then you're overwhelmingly outnumbered by people who have guns? 20 minutes. I am 20 minutes into this game. And oh god, the pistol is weak as shit unless you get a headshot. And it's so inaccurate that even if you do hit someone in the head, it's not always a headshot. But the M16 is more accurate than the pistol, but I'm...
Man, I don't like the way he runs. This...
already out of ammo, so... Postal 3 Eraserhead, baby?
It's raw.
Is that baby real? Is that actually here? I don't know what's going on sometimes, you know, sometimes with the baby. Oh, okay, gotta protect the Postal babe from hockey moms again.
Hey, Sarah Palin. And it really does look like her. It really does. Even the hairstyle, that's her. That is her.
Not like it matters. All the factions are the same. They all act the same. They all shoot the same. All their melee weapons work the same, as in way better than yours do, because they actually connect and cause damage. You gotta do security for this event at the mall, but don't go anywhere. Don't explore the mall, because you
Is that a taser gun?
have to make sure Jennifer Walcott doesn't die, and you're not supposed to kill anybody in this Postal game.
And make sure you use this.
Seriously? You're not supposed to kill anyone? Wow. Postal 3, guys.
Got it.
It's important that nobody gets killed during this little event.
Okay, but this is Postal.
If you attack anyone with lethal force, the cops will arrive and pop a cap in your eye.
I don't think that's an expression.
Do not fuck this up.
Oh shit,
Isn't it supposed to be pop a cap in your ass or something like that? But okay.
accidentally grabbed one of these chicks as a hostage and broke her neck.
Boy, Jen was right. I barely even had a chance to fuck up before the cops showed up in force. Now I had two problems to contend with. The hockey moms and the police. I'm such an asshole.
Nice going, dumbass. Now you've got to fight cops, too. Okay, Postal 3.
Since when does the Postal dude say that he's such an asshole? Okay.
I'll play your game and use this taser that seems to aim where the third-person character is pointing and not at the crosshair? Sure, you got it.
Wow. That is very disappointing. Very disappointing.
Well, that was fun. Unfortunately, all the customers got scared off, so I can't afford to pay you. Go ahead and keep the taser and the shovel as a token of my appreciation.
A taser gun. And a shovel. Pepper spray, vacuum cleaner, taser gun, and shovel. No gun. Give it to you. You have to look for these things. You have to search the whole town of Catharsis for a proper gun.
okay?
But you could use that taser to immobilize me and that shovel to bury me alive so I could eventually suffocate and die. The dude goes to the payday loan place, where you have to pick a side, but at least you get to kill people again.
The ecotologists were an extremist save-the-earth cult, sort of a zesty blend of PETA and Scientology.
These two things don't work together, so you can either side with the cops or the ecotologists, and I side with the cops because fuck Scientology hippies, am I right? I don't understand the damage guns do to you in this game. Sometimes it's a little, sometimes it's a lot, and the dude, when he gets damaged, says,
I gotta find more of that sweet health stuff.
Which is a line which works in a game that doesn't have regenerating health. There's no medkits, there's no crack. You might notice that the AI in this game alternates between milling around like complete fuckheads and accidentally shooting you. But dear God in heaven, don't let one of your stray bullets from your shitty inaccurate weapons hit them. Like when they walk right into your line of fire while you're trying to complete a mission objective.
And that's how I joined the Catharsis Police Department. Surprisingly, the girl cops are not all dykes. Just mostly.
Classy.
Karate.
Yo, kids, Crotchy here. Sorry to interrupt all the irreverent social commentary.
It's okay, you weren't. Crotchy is here to explain the morality system in a Postal game.
Morality system? For what? For what, guys? What do we need morality in this game? In this franchise? Hey.
They're introducing it now, and you gotta keep that smiley out of the red, or else you can't be a hero in a Postal game. Do I even have to explain why this is a terrible game, Crippling Edition? To punish players for going postal in a Postal game?
As you probably remember from the news coverage, my first
Definitely this Russian company that made the game wanted to make a different game. They didn't want to make the Postal franchise game. They just didn't want to make that. They had aspirations for something else. And they've imposed it upon the Postal 3 game. Because seriously, a morality meter for what?
And the force was quite eventful. It started innocently enough. Lieutenant Douchebag was teaching me how to subdue and arrest dangerous felons. He mentioned how it was extremely important for us to not just kill everyone all the time. In fact, killing innocent bystanders or other cops was just about the only way to get thrown off the force.
You get some hobos to tase and arrest. That's fun, really. After you do that 3 times, hobos invade the station. Hobos, homeless people. Heavily armed homeless people.
And you're using a taser gun.
And here's where the game stops being shit and becomes a complete unmitigated disaster that's a stain on the reputations of a company that made a game where you piss in people's mouths to make them throw up. See, you have to go through this police station and you have to kill all these hobos, and you have to escort, and protect Lieutenant Douchebag all the way to the basement, and his health isn't really a problem, but he's not going to move until you kill every single hobo and they spawn over and over again, so you'll think you've cleared out an area, but you haven't, so you'll go all the way through the level killing all the hobos because the police are fucking terrible at it, and
well, at least the mobs, die a very bloody death, if I can say that. Some of their heads explode, the bodies are riddled with bullets and blood and gore everywhere. At least that's something that has been kept, and it looks like it has improved from Postal 2. But yeah, the aim assist or targeting assist or the crosshair there, it just doesn't connect with what you're trying to shoot at. Yeah, it's just a very much of a big disappointment right there.
you get to the end and it's not clearly marked as the end, but it is, and if you left Lieutenant Douche behind, you better go find him, and you'd better wait for his slow as molasses and dumb as dog shit NPC AI to follow you there, or else you don't complete the mission. And I tell you kids, I didn't kill a single cop during this mission.
Until now.
But the lieutenant was duly impressed with my selfless heroism and officially welcomed me to the Catharsis police force.
Yeah, cool.
I arrived at the ecotologist compound and met their leader, Al.
Oh yeah, I shot a cop accidentally in the last mission and the game told me I was still on the police force, but I'm not. I got fired, the wrong cutscene played. That's fine. Now it's another shoot X number of Y NPCs.
Oh, the Taliban are still here.
This time it's the Taliban. I got an M60 machine gun in the last mission and I've yet to play a game with a shitty M60. You know, it's a no-brainer, wall of bullets situation. Just look at Arnold doing it.
Wait, in Postal 2, was it the Al-Qaeda or was it the Taliban as well? I can't remember. But I think it was the Taliban. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah? Well, they fucked it up. It's horribly inaccurate, naturally, and the kick makes it impossible to work with. I'm starting to think that this whole game is some kind of Russian trolling operation. Maybe Putin ordered it himself. Putin's just sitting back one day, says to himself, "Yes, we will destabilize America by destroying Postal game. Postal is most popular American game series, yes? Of course. And we will poison it like common journalist." So here's more terrible AI. I'm just writing this in the script. I don't have a specific clip in mind. I could take any section and use it. Champ attacks someone, and so we have to take him to the incredibly topical Dog Whisperer parody here. He's in this game for a minute before the Mexi Sushi guys come back because they cook dogs, am I right?
Oh, cats and dogs.
Because they cook dogs. Sushi, I mean, it's a stereotype of Chinese restaurants to cook cats and dogs. Sushi is Japanese, and is fish. It's always fish. So,
here, take this laser pen. Use it to direct Champ.
To direct Champ to do what? To attack? Okay.
no, that's slow. The M16 is much, much faster. Kill X number of Y, mission over. So Champ attacks someone else in the cutscene and gets taken away.
Then Al appeared out of nowhere, like some kind of gay Dracula. He'd seen everything.
Gay Dracula? Is that supposed to be funny? I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
And wanted to help.
A gay Dracula? Okay, I'm just gonna spitball here and see if I can come up with a better joke. Okay, how about, Yasferatu? That's not good, but it's better.
He said he had a stake in the local Segway dealership and could get me a temp job. It appeared that some obnoxious frat guys were turning the town into a drunken Segway destruction derby.
I'm gonna call it a segue because that's what it is. And this running, cough, joke, cough, that segways are totally gay, bro? Not only is it dumb and not funny, it's been dumb and not funny since before this game ever hit shelves. So you gotta hunt
Maybe in Russia it was funny. I don't know.
down a bunch of segways that some frat boys stole, and then drive them back to the lot. And the segways only let you use one-handed weapons like the pistol, so fuck that.
This does look like a nice addition to the game. You know, you're driving something, like you're on a vehicle, the Segway vehicle. So yeah, I don't know, that looks like a nice addition to the game. But yes, of course, the targeting and, you know, the targeting assist or the crosshair on the screen is not really correlating with the gun fire. So it would be much of a difficult situation to handle, you know. You're driving while also trying to aim and shoot and kill some of the NPCs. So yeah, it kind of takes the fun away from riding this Segway in the town of Catharsis, I think. But it's a nice addition. Yeah.
Drive them all the way back, and it's boring and dumb, and hearing the dude make stupid jokes about how embarrassing it is to ride a Segway and how Postal has stupid vehicles now.
Right. Postal has vehicles now. Very funny, assholes.
It doesn't really make up for the fact that this is a fucking chore and not fun. The greatest sin a Postal game can make is being boring, and this game is fucking boring, 99% of the time. So I run around town murdering people because why not? It's not like the cops are gonna show up. There's no wanted meter in this game. My morality level is already in the red, and it says that using non-lethal force restores your karma, but that's a...
Using non-lethal... That's why they've been giving you pepper sprays and vacuum cleaners and taser guns, so that you can have your morale, go back to normal, your karma go back to normal. Wow.
lie. You never get that back. Non-lethal force just keeps it from going down. Al doesn't give you the money, and then the cutscene ends with this notorious bit of shit. Ah! He's funny jump scare we use in KGB, I mean FSB. Why does Civvie's Russian accent sound like Skviskar? You gotta escort his slave boy out of City Hall without him getting photographed by paparazzi.
Slave boy?
Yeah, easy.
Okay, there's something wrong. I'm not sure what it is. Let me try and see if I can get back. Okay, there is something wrong with the video. I will be back. I'll have to download it again. But yeah, I'll be back, guys. Just hold on a minute.
1 hour later.
Okay, I'm back. Let's continue.
City Hall without him getting photographed by paparazzi. Yeah, easy.
You fucking moron. Do you have any idea how much it's going to cost to cover up all these dead paparazzi?
The mayor seemed unhappy.
I don't know what you expected to
Oh, that's the mayor? Hope.
happen. So now we gotta go liberate animals from the cosmetics lab, and Champ is there, and you kill X number of Y before a cutscene plays, and
What is that?
then you're done. You sensing a pattern? They did missions like that in Apocalypse Weekend, and they were a little bit hacky to be sure, and repetitive after a while, but the game kept giving you more weapons and interesting stuff to do. Postal 3 doesn't. Champ attacks another guy, so I gotta go do some deliveries for the Taliban. It seems like Champ is choosing my path, not me. So I gotta go do some deliveries for the Taliban. You know, the Taliban.
Yeah, I guess you can work with all the groups in this game. You're not just killing them now. You can actually work with them.
America, fuck yeah, coming again to save the motherfucking day. Yeah, America, fuck yeah.
I'm helping the Taliban. Fuck you, game. And
Yeah, clearly the developers, you know, they either they don't understand, you know, the nuance of doing something like this, or they're just doing it out of spite for Americans. Oh gosh. Anyways.
anyway, you have to take on Randy Jones's Segway gang. Yeah, we're back to the Segways, and this mission is a chore too, but this music ain't bad. They all have guns, so what you do is do not get on the Segway. Leave it behind before you take out the bikers and get it later, because it just slows you down. Once you do that, you have to take the dolls to Crotchy's Tossed Salad. That's a great joke, guys. Anyway, that's Crotchy's restaurant. Do you know where that is? It's somewhere in this area, right? No, it's in the mall, which you can now enter from this open area, as if it's some kind of free roaming game. But then
So there's no map that can give you like icons where specific points are. You just have to, you know, search each and every single corner, each and every single building that's accessible to find what you're looking for. Okay.
nerds want them, so you have to kill nerds while trying to find where the Crotchies... You know what? I feel like I'm spinning my wheels here. I'm getting nowhere. This game is like simulating doing fucking nothing with your life. So you gotta go shoot drug footballs over the border in Mexico, and if that sounds like a forced, awkward transition, yes. But then
Wait, is Arizona at the border of of Mexico? Isn't it Texas? I'll have to look at the American map again, the United States of America map again, just to... Yeah, but maybe Arizona is also bordering with Mexico. Anyways, it's okay, alright. I'll check it out.
DEA shows up and you gotta kill them, but then you're in jail and you gotta take a side between prisoners and cops, and I just want a gun so I try and punch this guy out. We already know how this goes.
I blame Pac-Man.
And since your health regenerates in this game, you know, you can just stick with fighting with your fists against all these enemies. You can just stick to fighting with your fists. You don't have to think about or worry about taking crack to regain your health. No, it just regenerates. Man, everyone out here's got these big stomachs. Wow.
You might not know this, but federal prison looks exactly like the police station map from earlier. Weird. I just kill fucking everybody and the dude decides he needs a disguise, so now we have to go to Crotchy, who I have to fight for his suit, along with the nerd army, as in the army that was trying to prevent me from delivering the toys to Crotchy 3 missions ago. Believe it or not, that was only the first crash of the run.
Oh, I thought that was me. I thought that was on my side. Oh gosh, oh, alright.
Now I have to talk about the shotgun. The shotgun sucks. I fucking hate Halo, right? But Halo has a good shotgun. The shotgun is the fucking worst. You hit a guy with it and it knocks him down, but
Halo's the future. Of course they have better shotguns.
since everything ragdoll's the same, you think they're dead, but they're not. You knock them down, they get up, you knock them down, they get up, you knock them down, Now, this behavior is shared by Crotchy, who's supposed to be a boss, but also gets knocked on his ass by a shotgun blast that seems to do less damage than a single bullet from the M16.
I mean, we just saw some of these NPCs getting shot at with a pistol, close range. And the only way to kill them was to shoot them in the head, but even that was not completely certain. So I'm not really surprised that with a shotgun it's having the same result, where it's not a fatal kill shot. You know, you still need to shoot at them multiple times, and who knows when they will die. It's not really a surprise.
I know what you're gonna do, Katie. Don't you goddamn dare put that Chubba Wubba song in. I'm gonna get flagged for that. Don't you do it. Katie, you bitch.
Obviously, the Crotch Man forgot how this tango went down in the last game.
So you get the crotchy costume and you go to do a job at the gay rodeo, but you can't sprint or use cover in this crotchy outfit, which is fine because both of those things are fucking broken. So you suck shit until the mission decides it wants you to face the methed up rhino, which...
You know, in terms of third-person perspective for this particular, option to... Well, I don't know if it's an option to wear Karachi's suit, but, if you're able to wear other characters' suits like this, then yes, there is the benefit of having a third-person shooter experience, just to see the Postal dude wearing Karachi's, suit, and probably other opponents that the Postal dude is going to face up against, you get to wear their suits as well. So yeah, I guess that's an added benefit right there for the third-person shooter experience. But yeah, I still want it to be first-person. I still want it to be first-person, but it's a nice addition as well. Yeah.
is also broken and terrible.
How did you get stuck in there?
It's a charging boss that you have to trick into hitting its own head against a wall so it loses health. You do it 5 times. No, wait, I have to choose a side between the police and ecologists who are in the cutscene, but then they're not there in the game.
I'm so lame. I let the mayor get owned by the meth rhino, and now I'm not getting paid.
So now we gotta find Champ, and he's in the sewer. But he's past the sewer in these caves that all look alike and have no distinguishing features anywhere and are full of Mexi sushi henchmen. And if you thought escorting Lieutenant Douche was a problem, try escorting Champ, because that's what you're doing.
Champ.
You have to do an escort quest in a sewer level. That's trolling. Then you go to Daveland for some reason and someone puts in a sex tape.
Dave was so happy he hired me to run the visuals for the mayor's big presidential announcement. But some idiot mixed up the tapes and I accidentally ran a somewhat compromising piece of video. It featured, among other things, the mayor and Dave performing illicit acts with his 40-year-old Malaysian slave boy and a rhino.
There's been a terrible mistake. That video is a plot by the elite liberal media conspiracy. Dave, make it stop!
Now, I can't show it on YouTube, but under that black box is a titty. Like a girl titty. As in one that can't possibly belong to Ron Jeremy, Uncle Dave, a 40-year-old slave boy, or a rhino. Suddenly, all the poorly developed factions turn on each other. Randy Jones, the Taliban, Uncle Dave, the ecotologist, whoever, fuck, I don't care. So I run around gunning people down. A lot of them don't even attack me unless I provoke them, trying to find the exit to this hedge maze. And this little red smiley hasn't changed from the evil one since, like, back when the game played the wrong cutscene at the police station. It's so boring. Oh, and if you've been noticing the frame rate drops, that's the game, I promise. I escaped Daveland and the hockey moms gang up on Dave, Ron Jeremy, and Osama, because they're all working together. I'm skipping so many bad jokes to help you guys out, trust me. I mean, yeah, obviously this game is fucking terrible. Wait, what? What? You locked off the last part of your fucking Postal game behind a good path, a fucking good path in a Postal game? What the fuck were you thinking? In order to get the good ending in a Postal game, I have to not go Postal? It's fucking...
Calm down, Civvie 11.
That's right, kids. I played through Postal 3 twice for this video. And you know what? The second time was worse. Mercifully, you don't have to play through the whole game again to get the good ending. You just have to go back to the mission with the police and the ecotologist, and once you do that police station mission again with the hobos and leading dumbass Lieutenant Douche around.
Not amusingly, the lieutenant was furious about all the friendly fire and threw me off the force.
Bullshit! I didn't hit a single cop that whole time! Fuck!
So there I was, my first day of serving and protecting. Yep, I was the law. What? You knew I was gonna say it.
Oh, I get it. The game just played the wrong cutscene. I didn't get fired. I have to go out on patrol now and stop some crime. This dude is trying to smash up the bumper of a car with a club. Let me just tase him and now, come on! Look at it! The crosshair is right on him!
Wow, he blew up the car by hitting it? Okay.
He blows the car up by clubbing the front of it and I lose karma. Bullshit. Okay, let's bust this cat. I tase him and pick him up trying to arrest him.
It's amazing how many cats this jacket can hold.
What jacket, dude? What jacket? The jacket you wear in other missions?
I don't know what is he talking about.
Yeah? Yeah. So in order to do this right, I gotta take the cat I got back out of my inventory and toss him and then kill him. But he turns into a Tasmanian devil cat like in Apocalypse Weekend, except in this game the hit detection is so fucking bad that at first I thought you couldn't even hit them when they did this, but you can, but don't ask me how I did it. The catnip doesn't seem to be working. Oh wait, no, now it is. Let me just electrocute this cat.
Nice catch.
Oh no, the Taliban is attacking. You mean I don't have to help the terrorists? Time to shoot X number of Y again. The next mission is like the Jennifer Walcott mission from before where you're a security guard, except now you're protecting Trashmaster and Postal movie director Uwe Boll. And I'm gonna say this right now, I try to avoid doing movies on this channel now because of YouTube's dedication to filleting copyright holders who don't want anyone to know that their movie sucks before putting some cash down first. You may be aware that Uwe Boll's reputation as a filmmaker is a bit sketchy, if not Google World's Worst Director. But is that any reason to hate him, to wish him harm? Well, okay, here's the thing. As far as I know, Uwe Boll is the only one who has physically harmed anyone over his shitty movies, which are objectively shitty. Even the Postal movie, which isn't even close to his shittiest movie, is still incompetently made.
There's a Postal movie? I think I need to check this out. Let me just write this down here as well. Postal movie.
You want to see?
Do you think we can sneak in past the Taliban without them finding out?
Yeah, that's some embarrassing ADR work right there.
Who's that? Wait, where's Postal Dude? That can't be Postal Dude.
That's terrible.
Do you think we can sneak in past the Taliban without them finding out?
Anyway, this is the worst mission in the game. You can't even kill the nerds, or you can't kill many of them, because then your karma meter goes red and you get thrown off the force. There's a trick though. If you start a mission from the new game menu, you don't carry bad karma over from the last mission. We're gonna be using that a lot. So you get about 1 million of these goddamn nerds, and you're supposed to tase them. Hold on, I fucked up, let me reload. And it crashed. Okay, fine. I knew that would happen eventually. I'm surprised it hasn't happened more. Okay, back to defending Uwe Boll, and it crashes again. Fuck me. It's easy to get overwhelmed by these guys and die since you can't just gun them all down like in a Postal game.
Why don't you just tase them? Or maybe they will recover far faster than you're able to arrest them. Yeah.
So I reload the game and it crashes again. Good. Good. Fuck. So I reload the game and it crashes again, but what amazes me so far is that it's crashed in 3 different ways on the same mission. It's incredible. So I have to kill some of these guys just for crowd control purposes, but not all of them, or else I can't get the good ending, which lets me play more of this fucking pile of watery, spunk-drenched shit.
You know what? I'm okay with the bad ending. I'm okay.
The next mission is nerds again. They taken over the arcade and it's my job to kill them all. We get to kill them all now. Maybe if we'd done that in the last mission, they wouldn't be here taking over an arcade, only to be interrupted by hockey moms, who also take over the arcade, and you go with Jennifer Walcott and you shoot people, and it's all the same. This game is like eating paste for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So my karma is almost nil on the next mission where you have to stop the Taliban, who are dressed like stereotype Mexicans, but I have to restart the level to get my karma back. But I have almost no M16 ammo now, so trying to actually hit these fuckers while they're trying to escape with the worthless fucking AI cop partners, it's awful. But I fuck it up and Lieutenant Douche fires me and sends me back to the ecotologist Taliban hunting mission from the evil path. So I have to do that whole mission again, and I almost have the first part done and then it crashes. So I do it all again and try not to hit the civilians that run around aimlessly during these gunfights with the Taliban and walk into my shots, and then you have to go raid the animal testing lab and kill animals instead of freeing them. So we're back to that trying to kill a Tasmanian devil cat problem, and you kill X number of Y to win and progress so you can take on a meth rhino that made its way into the lab. And the lab here isn't built for fighting the meth rhino, and the pathfinding is fucking weird. And once that meth rhino gets you one time, it's game over. He doesn't kill you with one hit, he just traps you and the camera goes fucking nuts so you can't recover. And the rhino hits you a few times and then it kills you, and then I reload my quick save and...
It's gonna crash, isn't it?
Wait, what the fuck? I'm not doing this. I mean, I'm pressing the W key to go forward, but the game is sending me in this direction. I can't do anything about it. I don't
Yeah, it crashed. It crashed.
even know how this shit is happening, and I don't care to find out. I'm supposed to guide a monkey around with the laser pointer, which I don't because it's easier to use myself as bait because I can directly control my own movements. Most of the time. Oh boy, it's this guy again. Champ attacked him in the bad path, so let's see what happens. Oh, okay, fine. You remember that mission from before where you patrolled the town? You get to do that again. The game even says it's recycling it, which makes it totally okay. It's not like they recycle every mission in this game 5 times. And then you have to take the ecotologist compound and you have to arrest Al. See, he's Al Ron Hubbard. Get it? And it's boring and it's stupid and frustrating and your AI partners suck and the ecotologists spawn out of nowhere and attack you. Jesus Christ, when is this game gonna be over? But then the ecotologist attacked the rodeo after I took down their whole compound and arrested their leader. Oh no, I'd better kill them and then fight the meth rhino again. This is supposed to be the good path, right? The one that anyone who would be playing the third entry in a Postal series wouldn't see the first time through? So why is it full of the same stupid shit from before? Why?
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm okay with the bad ending. You know, I'm okay. I don't need to see the good part, the good ending. I don't need to really see it.
Why are there 2 rhino fights instead of 1? The rhino fight is shitty and buggy and not even remotely challenging most of the time, so why is it here again? Look at this, it even chases you to the same place in the same cutscene with the characters replaced. The gameplay is fucking identical. Why? Oh boy, the next mission where you're escorting Mayor Ron Jeremy and his guards on segways. First thing, get off the segway. Second thing, stay off of it. Run around, shoot terrorists, hit the load zone where it takes you to another part of the town, rinse, repeat, and then do it a third time until you get to Daveland, and then somebody plays that Ron Jeremy sex tape again, and everything turns out the same until you see the dude holding up the villains at gunpoint. Only then they run away like cartoon characters, and this time you get to find them. And it's the same shit up until then, and you just go and take them all at once, and they're just so hard, guys. They're so hard.
Man, this guy does not die.
Christ!
He gets back up.
Oh boy, I'm so glad I played through this whole game twice to get here. Oh boy, fucking... Shut up! Shut up! Shut up, you mongoloid freak baby fucking shit! Your mother was a whore and your father was a dubiously respected game developer from fucking Arizona! Can you guys just give me a minute here?
Yeah, take all the time you need, Civvie 11. Take all the time you need.
But that's not the end. Oh no. See, the Venezuelan army invades led by Hugo Chavez. I'm not gonna explain why. It's LOL random and I hate it. Fucking...
Yeah, that is so random. Like, how did they get all the way to the United States of America and in Arizona of all places and Catharsis? Seriously? Anyways.
So you've run through a linear slice of this town shooting Venezuelan soldiers, and they're the same as all the other NPCs, and the army that's here is just like the other NPCs too.
I blame Pac-Man.
Fucking useless.
I've noticed there's no explosives in this game. There's no rocket launcher, there's no grenades.
Wow, he got one. I'm counting that as a glitch. It says at the beginning that you get to go postal now. It's setting you loose in the last mission, because now you have gas for the car. Well, actually, no, it doesn't even really mention that, so you have to face the final boss, Hugo Chavez, in a tank. Take that, socialism. Oh yeah, the rocket launcher. I forgot about the...
Oh, here it is, at the last stretch of the game.
Rocket launcher. They give you rocket launcher in the last mission. You think you'd be able to use it on the final boss. Don't even try it. Don't even try it, because he shoots them down and they blow up in your face.
I feel like shit. You know, if you played a little better, this wouldn't happen.
If you've somehow made it this far into the video and you still own a copy of Postal 3, can you tell me? Do you know? Because I'm not doing this again. So you gotta take out the cannon, the Gatling gun, and the missile launcher on it, and those rockets don't seem to be doing much damage.
It's close to monkey diapers.
Oh yeah, so you did have grenades in the beginning of the game. I forgot. I'm sorry. Okay.
Of course. Alright, I got everything but the launchers. I gotta get on the other side of the tank to do the- Oh, God damn it! I'm afraid if I let the tank get any further, the game is gonna crash again and I'll never finish it. We stand in an area where we can't get hit and we whittle away at his health, and I don't even need to hit the tank's rocket launchers on the right side. You just do it with one side on the left and it's fine. It's fine, guys. It's over. It's over. It's over.
It's not even funny. Like, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm happy that the game is done now.
And that's the story of how I saved America from the socialist menace. My final crappy temp job? President of the United States.
Well, here's the good ending. The dude is president now. It's not worth it. There's a pacifist ending too, but if you think you're getting that, you're out of your fucking mind.
And of course by now everyone knows the reception you got.
Yeah, that whole dude mania thing was frankly a bit embarrassing. But I couldn't disappoint the fans. 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 Disappoint the fans. I couldn't disappoint the fans. Disappoint the fans. Disappoint the fans. Disappoint the fans. Fans. Hey, Vice President Champ. What do you got, boy?
No way! I thought that thing only existed in Bugs Bunny cartoons. What's so funny?
I will regret nothing.
Yeah? You want to bet? This game sucks the shit out of my asshole, and in true video game review show form, I have to kill it with violence. Oh yeah, here we go. Who's laughing now, huh? Whoa! Whew! Man, I think I just killed a baby. This show is getting kinda dark.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that was Postal 3 Dead Baby Jokes made on the CV11 YouTube channel, requested by Beath. And yeah, it's a disappointment. This game is really a disappointment. It's very, very different from Postal 2. I still don't understand how Scissors, running with Scissors and this Russian company, I think it's Trash Masters, right? I just don't understand the type of relationship, business relationship they, executed, and, the understanding on the side of running Scissors and the understanding on the side of this Russian company, Trash Masters, because clearly they weren't talking to each other. They weren't talking to each other, and, surprise, surprise, this is what we're left with this game. That's trying to be like Postal 2, but it's not really at all like Postal 2. Nothing. Yeah, it's not good. The aim assist is not good. The third-person shooting style or perspective is not good, really, honestly. I think the only thing that's making it good is the fact that you can wear Karachi's costume, and you can see yourself in Karachi's costume. But other than that, I just didn't like it. I don't like how he punches. I don't like how he's running. It's so weird. It's so clanky. And in terms of the types of weapons that you collect or that you get, it's also not really Postal 2 type of experience with weapons. Man, we had scythes in Postal 2. We had baseball bats, we had mallets, we had all forms of guns, we had biological mass destruction type of weapons. We had unique type of weapons. But then here in Postal 3, you get a taser gun, you get a pepper spray, you get a vacuum cleaner. It's just not the same. Really, it's just not the same. And then the biggest controversial thing about this game is the fact that you have a morality, system where you're not supposed to kill people. I mean, that's what Postal is about. You're killing everybody on the streets, law enforcement, other groups of people. You're killing all of them. But here, you can't kill anyone. If you do, you go mad, or your karma goes down, and you just get the bad ending. Like, What is that? What is that? Really? This is Postal. You have to have that freedom to kill anything and everything around you. But yeah, that is just weird. Also the cinematics with this film scratch filter, I don't like that. Honestly, I just do not like that. It reminded me of back in the days in the cinema. Before we watched the movie, you'd have the trailers having also those scratch films filter type of stuff, and yeah, it's not really good. I don't like it, really. And it was forced too much. Each and every single cinematic had this thing. No, I don't like that. Corey Cruz as the voice actor for the Postal dude, it was fine. The jokes were not landing for me. I wasn't really entertained with any of the jokes that were said. And yeah, the segue, I think that's also a good addition to the game. I think that's a good addition. The fact that you can now go on transportation instead of using your own legs. It's taking me closer to like games like Grand Theft Auto, where you could drive, you could go anywhere with a car, and that's what I liked when I saw the segue in the Postal game. However, still the aim assist or the crosshair is not working well. It's not gelling well with the segue. So, yes, you can drive, but then you're unable to target any of the NPCs or the mobs that are attacking you. So yeah, that's an unfortunate situation right there. The graphics for the game are quite good, better than Postal 2, yes. There are some, positives with Postal 3, but the storyline, the gameplay, the game mechanics, especially, it's whack. It's really just whack. It really does feel incomplete, and the storyline is very confusing, especially in your endeavor to get the good ending, or you get the bad ending. It's just a whole lot of mess and crashes with the game. I would just give up. Really, I would just give up. If it crashed that many times, I would just give up. I wouldn't be able to finish this game. So yeah, they could have done better. They really, really could have done better. And also with the company running with scissors, they could have visited this Russian company. Send at least one representative just to go there, just to see what's going on, ask them questions, investigate if there's any issues or you're not agreeing with their creative direction. Have that communication with them, visit them, go on site and see what are they doing, how are they doing it, so that when this game comes out, it's what you wanted and not what they have given you. Yeah, but it's too late now. Everything is set in stone. We just have to accept that this is Postal 3. Yes, it's not under the running with scissors franchise in terms of Postal, but this is Postal 3. This is what we got. And I don't think Running with Scissors is going to make another Postal game. I don't know, maybe they will. And maybe they'll call that one Postal 3. But yeah, this is what we are stuck with right now. And the game is really a difficulty to play, I would say. It really looks like a very difficult game to play. Not in terms of enjoyment, but just the performance of the game. The fact that it crashes so many times, that's not fun at all. Yeah. But yeah, guys, that's it. Thank you again to Beth for the advice of me watching Postal 3 Dead Baby jokes first before continuing on with the Paradise Lost. And yeah, guys, that's it. Remember, if you want to check out the original video as well as CV11's YouTube channel, the links are going to be in the description below. If you like my reaction, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click on the notification bell if you want to be up to date with my latest videos, and I'll see you guys hopefully next week. Okay, bye bye.